To bulk load our S3 data into Snowflake table, we need to create like a table schema in the Snowflake. So here we are in the worksheet tab. We will create a worksheet, and here we'll in the worksheet, first of all we will use the role. So here you can see there are several roles right now. My role is account admin. Okay, so I'll use this role, use role account admin. Then I'll use the warehouse. So warehouse, you can see use warehouse, which is compute, right? Here I will use this warehouse. Okay, then we are going to create database. So create database, and the name of the database I'm taking is retail sales. So after date we have created database, we will create the schema, right? So create schema, and the name of the schema I'm taking it as mm, 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 sales only. Okay, and sales schema. Okay, so now we have used the role, we have used the warehouse, then we have created database, then schema, right? Here you can see, once I'll run it. Okay, so schema has been created successfully. Now once I'll refresh it, I can see the database, and under this database my schema is also created. Okay, now under this schema I have to create a table, right? So create or replace. It's like you can also use create only, but create or replace will help you to rerun this whole code. Okay, so create or replace table sales, the name of the table is sales. Now we need to give the schema, like so for that we will check the data, how the data looks like. You can see how the data looks like here. Okay, I have just copied it and pasted it here, all the column names, and then I'll give, okay, now I'll give the uh, types of this column. So if you see here, three column, basically four columns has a integer value, right? So I'll just write integer, and then I'll copy and paste it for other columns as well. Now price and discount is in float data type, right? So I'll just write float, and transaction date okay, float. So transaction date is in date format, so I'll just write date, and then reason is varchar. Okay, so now I'll just run it, and now you can see there is no table here. Once I'll run it and refresh it, under the schema I can see the table, which is sales. sales table, right? So here we are in AWS home tab. Okay, so we have to search for S3. Now just click on S3. Now here create bucket. Here name could be anything, whatever name you want to like keep. I'm just writing SF retail prod, right? Okay, small SF. Okay, fine. Now here you have to just create bucket. Okay, now you can see the bucket SF retail prod raw AP south one. Right now we don't have any files here. Okay, but later on we will do that. Before that we will go to IAM section. Here in IAM section we will create role. In here in access management roles, just click on that. Now here just click on create role. Now we will select AWS account. Okay. Okay, so here we will select this account only. Now require external ID, just click on that because we will require that. Once we will click we will just right now give any external ID. Click on next. This external ID we will later on change, don't worry about that. So here now we have to give access. Okay, so okay, here we have to give access. So for that you have to select for S3 Amazon S3 full access. Okay, just mm, take this one. Now okay, just click on next. Okay, now give a name to this role. So you can give any name. I'm just putting SFIM role sales. Okay, you can put the description as well. Mm, okay, keep the sales first, sales, then SFIM role. Okay, cool. Now you can see the external ID that we gave 000, right? Good. Now check the full access, Amazon full access, which is fine. Now we have to create the role. Click on create role. Now we can see this sales SFIM role is created. Okay, now just click on this role. You can see ARN number, right? Here we have the full access, which is also fine. um, now now okay, this role is created. The next step is the next step is uh, configure. Yes, now just click on con- configure source Snowflake storage with S3. Okay, here you can see mm-mm-mm, not this one, not this one, not this one. Just here we have to paste it. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to like create storage integration, right? So I'm just writing create or replace so that like later on we will again run this twice or thrice. This will not break. Okay, the integration name, so I'm just writing s3 under s3 underscore integration. Okay, this is my s3 integration name. Type is external stays, fine. S3 is that is fine, true, fine. My role, this role I have to take from the role that we have created. We are right now in Snowflake. The role we created in S3, this. So this I have to copy and paste it. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to like the role we have taken. The second step is we have to take the bucket name. So bucket is in S3. So create on S3, and that bucket we created, just go to that bucket here. So here we have the name of the bucket. Now go back. Now you have to replace the bucket with the bucket name. Okay, now we don't require this path because we will just put our all files in this bucket only. There is no other thing. So now just change that with x3. Okay, so this is your bucket location basically. Okay. Now we don't require this one, so we will delete it. Okay, cool. Now I will okay, just now you can see it properly. So we have created an storage integration with S3. So now we will run it, and here you can see S3 integration successfully created. Great. The third step, sorry, not the third step, next step. mm So now we have to like build the trust like between both Snowflake and Amazon S3. We have to build a trust between them. So for that we have to write DESC integration. Okay, and the integration name, that like S3 integration was the name. Here once we will run it, we can see this external id, right? The property value of this, we have to, here you can see like AWS IAM user ARN. This name we have to provide in the, if you go to your role, you can see click on roles, and then if you click on this role that we have created, sales SF, yes, this one. So now here you can see trust relationship. So here we have to make some changes. For that we have to edit this trust policy. Just click on trust policy. Now here we have to replace this. Like now we are going to bring that like um, ID or property value. So what we are going to do, we are going to copy it, the ARN, and then paste it here. Okay. Now the second thing is external ID. The external ID that we created, we actually, we will take the property value, we will copy this, copy, and paste it in this, just we will remove this 000 and we will replace it with the ID. Now we will save, update this policy, policy, trust policy updated. Now we have built the relation between, like trust relations between these two uh, application, you can say. Now mm, mm, mm. Now if you see here, relationship is built. Now the next thing that we have to do, we have, so instead of writing the whole CSV format code, I'm just creating a variable called CSV format, my CSV format basically. So type is CSV, and field delimiter just write this like this, and here skip header. Okay, I think I'm forgetting something. This should be, field delimiter should be comma, sorry, I was wrong, and record delimiter should be next line. Okay. Now create fight folder and then just run it. No. Okay. After that, what we have to do, Okay, so the next step is we have to create an external stage. Okay, external S3 stage. So why do we create this? Because so that Snowflake can read all the data from the S3. For that we need to create this stage. Now to create an external S3 stage, what we are going to do? Mm, okay, create an external S3 stage. Mhm. Okay, first let's go to the document and just type S3 S3 stage. So creating an S3 stage. Now you can see here there is one syntax. So we will just copy this. Okay. Now we will paste this here. Now create an S3 stage. So my you can keep any name. So I will it keep this as it is, my S3 stage. Now we have already created an S3 integration. So the storage integration equal to S3 integration, and URL, we have the bucket URL that we are going to use, the similar one that we have used here. Now the file format, because we have already defined my CSV format. Now we can use that here as a file format. Understood why we actually created file format above that? Now just run it. Now you can see file format CSV does not exist. Okay, maybe because we have not run it. Okay, then first just run this one. Okay, CSV file CSV format is successfully created. Now we can run it, and now my stage is ready. Okay, now what is the next step? So the next step is, we have to like what we have to do, we have to go to S3 and we have to upload the file. So in S3 you can see this is my bucket that we have created, if you have not forgotten. So here we will upload, not there, upload. Now I have one folder. I'll just click on add folder and select my folder 2023, upload it. Okay, and here after uploading, I can see two files are there. Okay, now I have to just two files, sales 2000, like January and February. Okay, now if I run it, I forgot to upload it basically, so I'll just upload it first. So it will take few seconds. Now it is uploaded. Now I can run it. So I can run list at the rate my S3 stage. Okay, now I can see my both of those files are here, and you can see the size and all. Okay. Okay. So load the data to customer. Here we can see how we can load the data. So for that we use copy into. Okay. So we will use this syntax. We will copy this and paste here. Here we have the sales table already. This is my sales schema. Now I have to load the data. Whatever schema we have created, now we have to load the data from the S3 bucket. So copy data into sales. I have changed the table name. Now the second thing is I have to give the stage name. From which stage I am going to copy? I'm going to copy from my S3 stage, and the file format that we already have created, my CSV format. So what this copy into function will do, it will copy all the data from S3 bucket through my S3 stage into the Snowflake sales table. Okay, so we will run it. Okay, load the data into the customer table. Now once we run it, Snowflake, so now you can see both tables has been loaded, and the row number 25 row numbers are there in each table, like in each CSV file. So it has been loaded to the sales table. Now what we are going to do, we are going to check how many rows are there in the sales table. So for that we are writing SQL command select star from sales, and we will limit this to 5 and run it. So now we can see here transaction 5 rows of data we can see. Now I want to see the 50 rows of data. Now I can see all 50 rows are there. That means both CSV file has been combined and loaded into the sales table. So this is how we bulk load the data from S3 bucket to Snowflake table. To practice this, find more resource link in the description. Thank you so much.